All right, Camilo. So I have a question for you. Can you introduce yourself real quick and just tell us like where you're from and what your life looked like before getting into editing?
I felt like I had no purpose, or that I was just going to, use a like a tie and a suit and go to a little box and work my 24/7. That'll be my life. Let me tell you that.
Like a boring 9 to 5?
Yeah, yeah, and a boring 9 to 5. I was going to become an NPC. you know
Mm.
that was my life before I discovered video editing, or like jumped into the pool of video editing.
So you hadn't had the belief like, okay, well, I can actually make money from working online and actually like just be at home and work from home.
Yeah,
Don't
actually, I
have
did
to wear
not
a
believe
suit.
in any of that. Yeah, as I was saying, I did not actually believe on any of that. That video editing gets paid like trash,
Mm.
or it's just like very few people that actually make some money out of it. Because I got parents that did not believe in any of this from the very beginning. Summarizing all that, I did not believe that video editing had any impact financially, or you can make a living out of it.
Yeah,
It was too risky. That's how I see it. It was too risky.
I see. What made you say like, okay, I actually want to pursue editing videos? What was the biggest factor?
Well, I just saw that I can bring imagination to life. Like it is a tool, or like a portal. That's how I see it. Like editing is like a portal to bring anything that you got in your brain, like in here. At least you can see it. It's like when I was little, I was like, I want to create worlds. I want to create things. Sometimes I just want to use a tool to feel like I'm outside of the box. And I thought that was video game design. Let me tell you, I'm terrible at math. So
Mm.
that was out of
I
the
see what you
that was
mean.
out of the window.
So you said creating is the most enjoyable part in editing videos. So you have like a thought when you hear something people say in a video, and you have like an instant thought, okay, this is how I can bring it to the canvas. This is how I can actually create it in After Effects and Premiere Pro.
Yeah, it's like when you have like a set of Legos on your table when you're a child. Don't you want to make a castle? Don't you want to make a house? Don't you want to make a robot? With anything, I feel like I got Legos. I got Legos in front of me, and I want to make a house.
Yeah,
You know,
I like that because I played a lot of Legos as well when I was a kid. Can definitely relate to that. And what were some of the struggles you faced pretty much early in your editing journey, or when you were trying to make editing work or make it into something profitable?
the first things is that I did not know where and how to make clients. First week that I was an editor, you know how much money I made for a video that is like 40 minutes long?
I have no clue. Less
ten
than that.
dollars. Yeah,
ten
that was
dollars.
my first freelancer experience. $10, and I was like, you know what? I got my first $10. It ain't so bad, even though I got a pretty bad situation back there. So my mother and my father pretty much abandoned me. Okay, they did not believe in me, and my mother like left the house, and I was all alone. And she told me out of nowhere, "Hey, you gotta pay the bills. You gotta pay everything." I was like at zero. I got no money on my bank or anything. So I was desperate, and I was like, you know what? Sorry for the word, but it's the expression. I'm just going to try anything. You know what? I'm going to do something out of a skill that I already been polishing since I was a child.
Hmm.
So I went Discord. I look for servers like a desperate worker. Give me anything.
Yeah.
The first $10, and I was like, okay, you know what? I can do more. I know I can do this. I know pretty much a little bit how to edit, but I don't know, didn't know how to make clients. So $10, and I was like, no, I gotta make more. So I started looking for more clients, more clients, more clients, more clients. I did not find any. I did not
Yeah.
find any, because I was like, hey, I know how to edit, and that's it.
Yeah.
I did not even have a speech how to sell myself. So you have an idea. You have an
Yeah.
idea.
I know that. I know that feeling. For sure. Well, you started out with the pretty much with the one-to-one coaching with me. So this is where we first met. But how do you actually come across me and being coached by me one by one?
So uh, I
Hmm.
moved to a room without like any moving out services. So you imagine me getting my computer
Yeah.
on the street. I moved everything by myself and with the help of my wife, Alexandra. Yeah,
Mm.
right. So I get there, I get to the room, I got some internet, I got everything. The next day, I was like scrolling on Twitter, looking for opportunities, and I saw your video,
Mm.
about like how you make a 3D shoe or something like that. But I have never watched it. Even though you cannot believe me, I have never watched any of those videos.
Yeah.
So the first experience with motion graphics, like entirely by a professional, was you. And I
Mm.
was like, oh my god, I would like to edit something like it, and I like made a comment on the post, and I was like, oh my god, I wish to edit like you. And I thought maybe many people already had talked to you or something like that, and I was not getting a chance, but something in my mind told me, hey, just make the comment, you ain't losing anything, just make the comment, and you replied to me, you told me about this course that you're like starting to work on, and you wanted to give me one-on-one coach, and I was like, okay, but you sure you might charge me? I'm gonna do this for free. And I was like, yo.
Yeah, yeah. So I remember the comment when you made that, and you I think also reached out to me via DM, and I told you like, okay, let's hop on a call or something like that. And this is where we first started pretty much having almost weekly calls together. Like you
Yeah, it
told me
was
like
weekly,
this
every
is
Sunday.
where I am. And I remember like also like the very first call, like the very beginnings. But at the end of the day, having mentorship is one thing, of course, and we also had like a lot of calls. So my question to you is like, what made you decide to commit pretty much to this, to getting mentorship and also learning through the coaching and also later through the program? What made you commit? Because I, for example, for me myself, I had issues sometimes committing to a program that I bought. So I sometimes did not watch through. What made you actually commit and finish the program and just, also commit to this one-to-one coaching?
Because I wanted everything to be better. I
Mm.
was doing this for myself. I was like on a very bad position financially and everything. And I told to myself, if I want to get out of this rabbit hole, no one's going to come and hey, come on, I'll help you. No, you gotta like lock on and get doing some stuff. I wanted to get out of there. So I was like, screw it. I have to. And it was the best decision I made of my life. It was the best decision I made of my life. The best bet, the best swimming on the pool, I made. My God, I do not regret it.
So pretty much you had rent coming
Yeah.
up, you had to live off something, you had to pay for all the bills, but again, you have like where the clients come from. So what was pretty much in this season? What do you think was different about having more like a structured guidance instead of trying to figure it out on your own and make it on your own?
Well, a structured guidance works way better than figure it out on your own. But I think actually is that if you merge both, I think you can have something way better. But of course, always you have to listen to the mentor and then come up to your own conclusion. You know.
So you say, okay, this is really good to have someone who guides me, and then I just give my own thoughts to it, my own experience to it, and apply it to my own service, to my own what I offer, and is that, if I understand it correctly, right?
Yeah, it's like adding your personal touch,
I
right?
see what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah. Let's say everyone has a like Nike, Adidas, Puma, all those shoe
yeah.
brands. They are all at the end they're all shoes, but the personal touch is what makes them different. So let's say I got the entire editing elite or the entire ISBN method, but at the end, if I just do it 100% how you told me to do things, I will be just being ISBN. Where's the little Camilo part? What makes me Camilo?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, I see
uh
what you mean. 100%. So, what was your experience like during those one-to-one sessions? What is something that you really liked and what you maybe also did not like?
Oh, well, something that I really liked is that you gave feedback about the videos and what can I do for making them better. But something that made you different than any other coach that I've seen on YouTube is that besides of that, you like try to push those little buttons of that person in particular, to make it their own experience, or like something more personalized. Let's say, oh, you can here's this video, and you can learn how to do this and this and that. But besides of that, you're like, but I see your style, I see what you like, you can add this and this that makes it more personal and more
Mm.
approaching to your style. That's what I love. And also I love the discipline that you also try to enforce, because there's a lot of editors out there, but
Yeah.
many of them have no discipline and no respect
Yeah.
for their own job. And yeah, it's the discipline. I love the discipline that you also like come up with. No, and you're like, also, hey, I'm not going to do anything everything for you. Here are the tools. Your problem. Fix it. I'm telling you how to fix it. Like, how can you move it? But your choice, man.
Yeah.
Like, and drop the mic.
Speaking of all the calls, like, was there any specific piece of advice or everything that gave you kind of like a big breakthrough that you can remember?
Yeah, actually, the best advice you gave me, well, actually, were two: professionalism when
Yeah.
you talk to the client, 100%, and discipline.
Yeah.
The most important for me was the discipline. Why? Because with discipline and communication together, you are like one of out of 100 editors. Why so? Let's say when I was postulating for a little job that I got right now as a video editor, I kept the discipline of communication, sending like screenshots of progress, ETAs, things that you teach me along the way. And
Yeah.
also, why do I need to do all that? Remember that I was like, why do I have to give you an ETA? I just get the video done and that's it.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
I used
Yeah. Yeah.
those silly questions, or why do I have to communicate you like every 2 hours? Doesn't make sense. I'll just tell you when the video's done already.
Yeah.
La 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 la. And that, and when I was postulating for this job, I was like, you know what? It's been taught me all of this, to keep communication of it.
Mm.
I was postulating against like any like other 60 editors
Yeah.
for this job. And just because I was keeping communication, I was giving the screenshots, I was asking, let's say, let's say the client tells me, hey, if anything you need, you can make me a question. And I ask, like, do the team has like a library of images or like a sound library so I can use it?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
is there any video of reference so I can like have a more in depth of how the channel flow works?
Mm.
Making those questions, giving that constant uh, communication, which is
The
the
professional
discipline,
communication. Yeah.
the professional communication and the discipline. Uh, they just in the middle, let me tell you, in the middle of the postulation, they were like, "Hey, Camilo, we gotta talk to you. What is it?" And
Yeah.
they told me, hey, so I know we're in the middle of the entire postulation and the other editors are not done yet, but we decided that just because you are the only one out of 60 other editors
It's
that keep
insane.
communication and all that, we just took them out. You're in. Finish the video, we'll pay you for it.
Awesome.
Okay, great.
Dude, I love
I
that.
got the job. I love that. I it was just I was just like, Isman will be so proud, and also beating and also beating me at the same time because I forgot to make the little how's it called, the little document that I keep on
End of the
my.
day email or what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, So my question is like, would you say communication that you learned through the mentorships and through the program has pretty much, if not, was the one of the biggest factor that you got this position that you're in right now as an editor?
Yeah, actually, yes. It is thanks to all this experience. Let me call it. I know it's called the editing elite. That's
Yeah.
how it's called. But let me call. Let me the real name for me is the Isman Bootcamp. Okay, it is a bootcamp. You feel like a military with him, but it is necessary. I think
Yeah.
if you want to be a real editor. Okay, if you want to be a real editor, because we separate the people that say it is an editor from a real editor, you
Yeah.
gotta go there, because that is a 1 out of 100 things that you can see. Let me tell you, the way that you tell you that he tells you, well, like Eastman tells you how to edit things, man. Oh my god, I have not seen such detailed professor and You know what? I miss those days that the professors beat you because this guy just verbally destroys you. You know, but it works. It works. That's what I say. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, the one-to-one calls were like very, very, very strict, I would say. Yeah, yeah,
Very
that's true.
simple.
You mentioned like the editing elite. So how did the editing elite, the course itself, with all the modules that are recorded, complement pretty much the one-to-one coaching that we had? What do you think? Like, how did they work hand in hand, or how did what did help in which way, and what did help in other way?
Well, the information provided on there, let's say, sometimes on a call you cannot be, let's say,
Not the
I
details,
don't know how. Well, yeah,
or that specific, or that like that not go that in depth. You would say,
yeah. On the one-on-one calls, you can go much more in depth, right?
yeah,
But on the video editing elite, of course, there is a lot of that depth there. But sometimes you got questions from your own, even though
yeah,
the answer is right there. You still gotta make the question, right? Let's say on one of the modules, okay, as a little example, on one of the modules, you just tell how to talk to a client or how to approach to a client,
yeah,
right? The information that is right down there, even let's say you got like a little preset, not preset, but like already made text that you can
yeah.
just copy and paste, but add your own personal thoughts. It's real cool, no, but it's way better that that if you have that and you go in the one-on-one call and be like, hey, so I got this entire text idea. You know, how can I like uh,
I
what's it
see.
called?
You get tailored feedback to your text as well. So
Yes.
I see what you mean. I agree. Like you showed me a lot of like in-depth things that you have, for example, created with the video feedback, but also on how maybe you reach out to clients, or what your plan was, what your thought about it was, and who your ideal client was as well. And then we just could figure out on the call itself and make kind of like some exercises as well. I remember we making some exercises going into the thought, into what a client wants or what a client days look like, for example. And then this is how you pretty much just got like, I would say, the best of both worlds. So you learn, first of all, you created something, and then you got feedback on what you've created. And that's not just for the video, but also pretty much from the outreach, or essentially just how to get clients as well.
Yeah, I also love that in the one-on-one calls, you got like this type of homework that you gave me. Like, hey, okay, Camilo, so that is the end of that is the end of the call. Okay, thank you. But I'm going to let you know that you have to edit like 2 or 3 videos. You know, find those channels. I already touched you. What? I already told you the method on how to like see
Yeah,
any of those channels that need editing, right? Edit 3 videos. We'll be back on Sunday on a call, and we'll see them how you edited, and also to post them. You know, not only you make them make me edit, you also made me post them, right?
yeah,
So you can start having like some track or some portfolio right there. That's also why what makes this well what make that experience a whole lot different than I expected.
I see. We talked about experience now, but if you want to share with us, of course, you don't have to, but you can give like a roughly estimate. Like, what was your biggest month pretty much with editing videos? Like, if you want to, you can just share like the number.
How much did I make? Did I
Yeah,
make?
the biggest
Oh
month so
man,
far.
you know, I used to think that my peak was $700. Okay,
Yeah,
with you, like with your coaching and all, I managed to make peak $700,
yeah,
right? But when I like learned this discipline method, everything, I started to apply everything because I used to just apply a little bit that you told me.
yeah.
But when I started to apply everything and my personal own touch, let me tell you, $1,247. I just
Nice,
broke my goal of $1,000
nice.
of like how much I wanted to make. Remember, I was like making 300 also back then. I was like, man, I want to make $1,000, and you were like, man, $1,000 nothing. Get out of here, you know.
Yeah.
And
You said like you were proud of yourself, but how did that feel like to hit your first 1K per month actually?
oh man, if I
Remember?
could do like a backflip, I would have already done it. Because I'm fat, I would have ended up on the floor. So yeah, let me tell you that it was so fulfilling. Looking, I mean, I did not make entirely what straight up 1K. No, I made 1.2K. Like I
Yeah.
broke down that score, and I was like, Jesus Christ, is this actually me?
Wow.
Nah, nah, that ain't me. I do not make that amount of money. And I got that money. I had to change it to my currency of my country, and 1.2K here is $4,400.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, that amount of money was so much enough that I can buy a way better computer for
Yeah.
working my for doing this work. Because yeah, here's another advice you taught me, and it was really good. Don't be scared on investing on yourself. Okay, you will say no, but I need to save up for my. Shut up, invest on yourself. Invest on that computer, man. Do it. You are going to remember, the much more videos you can edit, the much more money you can make. If you want to go big, don't invest in video games.
Yeah, even myself, I was kind of hesitant to get myself a new like hard drive. I was like, well, it kind of died on me, but it worked pretty good for like 2 3 years. So I went ahead and I just also like got myself another
Hey,
one.
paying like
Like,
$300 for something that lasts 3 years, I see that as a
yeah,
win-win.
yeah, it's now it actually just came in today. It's pretty cool.
Dude,
So
that looks so
I
cool.
can I can
I really
recommend those.
do.
So my question is, because you said, okay, well, I got myself a PC after I got my first 1K per month. You were on the street, so you experienced being like on the super low, and you experienced on the super high, and like I would say in a very good high. It's not like super high. There is no ceiling pretty much. What kind of like opportunities or kind of like lifestyle improvements has this 1K per month has like pretty much opened up to you?
My man, a whole lot of it.
I
Let me
guess
tell you.
I guess
Let me
that, yeah.
tell you. Oh, dude, that amount of money changed me and Alexander's life entirely for the better. Let me tell you. Last week, I wanted to do a little. I called it the week of pain, or the week of reckless spending. So I
Okay.
took Alexandra to restaurants like the entire week, $100 per each. Let's call it $30 $40 per
Yeah, yeah,
per,
yeah.
per day,
That's
right?
insane.
But let me tell you, it did not hurt. It did not hurt at all. I felt so good. We are like on 2 years of relationship. I
Yeah.
never managed to take her to a dinner like this, and the fact
Mm.
that I managed to do that for an entire whole week and not
Wow.
feeling the pain, oh man, I felt so
Yeah.
good.
When you started giving your all, like what did actually show you, like what progressed as like really fast? Like what did you see, like, okay, this progress is super fast. Finally I give my all, and now I'm getting these results.
Oh, editing videos, straight up, but editing videos way faster. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see any tutorial that's saying, "Oh, this hack will teach you how to edit videos 2 hours way more faster." No,
Yeah.
it's let me tell you, it is a discipline. Yeah, I say it many times, but I'll be honest, guys. Discipline. The discipline is the thing that will get you the most far away. Than just editing the video uh, with this little hack. It's progress. It's called like that. It's progress. Uh, it makes you look way professional than having the video either the same day or days like before they ask you to have it done. It gives you so much credibility, and also you got way more time for feedback and making the video better. you
Hmm.
know Try to have also like like, let's even write down like a schedule of time of when are you going to edit, right?
Hmm.
uh let's say my best time for editing is between the I don't know how to say it, when is after the when the sun is about to come down, and night. Sorry, I'm not that good at English.
No worries.
uh
So when the sun goes down after sunset. Yeah, I actually have a couple of things I learned through that as well. Saw like a lot of Alex Hormozy. He did like $100 million in a day. So I was like, well, this dude clearly knows something. Like he does $100 million in a day. It is insane. Some people doesn't see that money or don't meet people who made that much money in their lifetime, and he does it in one day and puts out content for free. So how does he actually get the work done so that he can, at the end make so much money in one day? I looked into his routine. He has like a really, really like very relentless routine. And what he does, exactly as you said, when there is nighttime and he only sees his computer, he knows he can focus really well. But he also knows, okay, nighttime is a little bit, how should I say, it's there's like not as much energy left as you would have in the morning maybe. And also there's like a lot of things in your memory or in your brain that is like holding your memory back. So what he does is he blacks out his curtains, so his room is pitch black except for his screens. So he doesn't have anything except his screens on, and he is doing first thing in the morning like working. So I tried it out, and actually it's insanely good. You
Yeah, it's
you have
insane.
so focused, like so much flow state, like instantly,
Laser focus, my man.
and it's so crazy. So I can definitely recommend you, if there's one thing you can take away from this call, of course, besides you can make it anywhere you live in with editing videos, and that you should join Editing Elite, is that when you follow Alexa Moses' routine, $100 million routine, is black out your curtains, black out your room fully black. If you need to like tape the windows, then that's cool. Just do it, and then just have your screens or maybe like a light, and that's all you need. Especially when you wake up early, the first thing you do in the morning is tackle your first task. If that's editing, rough cutting, if that's animating, like the very hardest animation on your timeline, you will get everything so much more easier done, and you will feel so much more focused. That's literally like, if you just one thing you can take away from this incredible story, as we've heard today as well, then it's insane. My question also to you is, how do you feel compared to where you were before starting this journey to now?
I compared to myself of a year and a half ago, I achieved many things that I did not used to recognize, and I'm doing
Hmm.
now because I had like this imposter syndrome or something like that, that I did not
Yeah.
even recognize my own achievements. I said, no, I don't deserve this, or I'm not good enough. Now I look back and I'm like, you know what? I came a long way. I'm getting there. I'm doing great. Now I got like the self confidence to say I'm doing great.
Self-confidence, happy, and also peace. You said all these things, and I remember back then, like, you had these. Remember clearly we talking about that and all the negatives as well. And you guys don't know it. We could like, it would be insane to have like a before and after, just your energy and all that stuff. And if not 10x, at least 10x is the minimum that I saw your personal life through. Also, you making it successful in career, also getting more confidence as well through that, like 10x your life. So
Yeah,
that's what I witnessed towards the time that we have been
I
on
used to be in
one-on-one
a room,
calls.
and now look at me. I'm like in a whole entire apartment, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the apartment is not huge, but hey, I got an apartment, right? It's the things, is the little things that you gotta see and appreciate, so you can, when you get the new next thing, right? You can appreciate it even more.
I see. Like, I remember you being back in your old apartment being like super depressed, and now being in your new apartment, of course, making tremendously much more money as well,
Yeah,
and then being way more, I would say, happier. Yeah, happier is the word. Happier is definitely the word I was searching for.
yeah, I'm happier. I just accepted who am I also. I'll be honest, guys. There'll be times that you feel like anything is not for you, or like you may want to quit. But that is the moment that you ask yourself, do I want to keep on being an editor, or do I want to move on the other side? And then you will see on yourself, and like, I'm going to be a little spiritual here, but the universe or God is just going to show you the signals on where you actually belong, or where you can
Hmm.
aim to. Remember that day that I was like being, I was about to be like an interpreter, you know,
Yeah.
and out of nowhere you sent me a message of, hey man, how you doing, let's catch up. And you told me, okay, so you're telling me you're going to do this, but I'm just going to make you a question that you just answer to yourself. Do you really want to do this? Do you really see yourself in that? And I was like, no, I'm an editor, you know. And
Yeah.
I don't know where I received the opportunity of the Star Wars, well, on where I'm working right now, right? And yeah, yeah, man, I made the right call. And
Yeah,
I thank God, I thank the universe like for you sending that message and catching up that same day.
yeah, guys, you have to like also think like, okay, well, it did not always go everything smoothly because it's yeah, you did not give 100%, so you did not get like 100% of the results. So he did actually go back and get like a real job. Like you said, you worked in a hospital as a translator, right? You
Yeah,
translated, and because he's like really good at English, and then uh, I had like this thought, like, okay, well, let me just catch up with him because we used to have like a lot of calls, but now we don't have a call. So we hopped on a call, and he mentioned like all these things, and I was like, well, dude, like what are you doing? And then he was like, well, this is my long term goal, and I was like, well, but you are not doing anything for your long term goal right now. So make sure to keep up, get yourself together, and also work on your long term goals so you are actually becoming the person you want to be in the long run. So this is where I remember, like, of course, also asking you these questions, and I saw like your like lights went up in your head, and we were like, okay, well, this is actually my path. This is actually what I want to do. This is what I at least saw from the like in that call, and then what happened is like I think like not even like 1.5 months later, you wrote me like, hey, I have like really good news, and then
hey,
he
yeah, Ismet,
messaged
I
me
got
like,
really good news, and
and
I
he
tell you,
messaged yeah
I broke my goal, 1K, and
yeah
you know what? Not only that, and I told you, not only that, it's because you helped me a lot, and you were like, how? Because I followed your step by step guide on how to do all of this. You know, the discipline, the mentorship, you
yeah
know, the entire boot camp. Sorry, I
yeah
forget the name.
yeah yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah
The entire boot camp, man, that made me one of 100 editors, or one of 1,000 or 100 million editors,
yeah
right? And I felt so good, to be honest. I just wanted to say something else for the entire people watching this, or that will watch this, is that always think outside the box, especially if you're going to sell yourself, right?
yeah
Because many times comes that people send also mails. I don't disregard that. Try that,
yeah
because sometimes making one post can make you the entire whole difference, of just postulating or something like that. But also, let's say there's like this game, let's call Minecraft. You make a character called a video editor, go to a server that are like a lot of streamers or YouTubers, and they say
yeah
and they see someone called video editor, right? And out of nowhere you whisper them, let's say, hey, I edit videos, because your name is video editor,
yeah
and you say, I'm for real, and they're like, okay, you know what, that's so funny, okay, let's talk business. And it happens. It happened to me. World of Warcraft, I made a character called video editor. I went out of nowhere and say, hey, I edit videos, and people were like, a lot of people, not kidding, a lot of people started whispering me, hey, do you really edit videos? Because I got videos, and I was like, oh my god,
hmm
how nobody thought of this. It's so
yeah.
obvious.
Like this is like such an insane creative way to think about getting clients. Getting clients is not really like a hustle pretty much. It is a hustle if you haven't had clients before, but
Yeah,
if you don't know how to do them, of course you will get like pretty much just crushed by the other editors who know clearly how to get clients and how to get the ideal clients in their niche. So this is exactly why we also give like this tailored like for the first 20 people, by the way, like they when they join the Editing Elite today, we actually have like a brand new website. I will show you in a sec. Like not a website, but a brand new website that we're hosting it on. So me
oh
and my
my god.
partner was like, well, dude, we have to get people in so they know it works, and we also help them one to one as well. Just like you, we help you one to one, and you are here now, in this
Yeah.
position. This is also why we're offering a one to one mentorship for the first 20 people, 20 not two, 20 people who join the Editing Elite today. Then we're gonna hop on a call and have a couple calls together, see where your niche is, figure out your exact path on that you need. So it's super important. But my question to you is actually, now that you've crossed the 1K per month mark, like what is your next big milestone as in the future for the future?
Oh man. But what type of future are we talking about? Next year, 2 years, 3 years, ten
You tell
years?
me. You tell me.
Okay, because my next mark for next year is like, each year, or if possible each like 3 or 4 months, is making 1K more, right?
Yeah.
My next I call it realistic goals, of course,
Okay.
right? Although everything is possible, I just want to like give myself those quote unquote realistics, you know. So my next objective is realistically like going for 2K, then 3K,
Yeah.
right? Until I hit the mark of 10K. But when I hit 10K, I'm just going to make the question, what stops me from making 100K? So I'll just keep on
Yeah.
going, right? But I just want to like go like on a ladder, right? But yeah,
Nice. So next big goal, I would say next realistic goal is 2K per month.
yeah, 2K per month, 3K per month, as far as I can go,
And
right?
do you feel like you have everything in order to get to that point?
Yes, I even got the equipment to. I made
Besides the
myself.
equipment, like all the knowledge, all the do you have like a clear path in front of you on how to get to the 2K per month?
Actually, is what it makes it a little fun is that I'm a little uncertain because here comes
Okay.
my little that little thought. Remember that I told you the devil talk,
Yeah.
devil talk, the devil talk saying that might not be possible, something like that. That you don't
Yeah.
know how to talk to people or something like that. But I'm starting to ignore it way more than I used to, like
Yeah.
months and years ago. You know, and I think that it is possible. I just need to start making some sacrifices, like uh, cut out entirely or a lot of the time that I dedicate to gaming, right? Because
Yeah.
the more time that I can dedicate to editing videos and finding clients, the more money I can make. The only one that is stopping myself is me. Am I right? Like,
Man, you guys don't know it from before, but hearing him now saying that, the exact same words I told him, like, and then you then back then the lights went like on, I was like, whoa, it's actually true. And now I see you as well, like being 100% convinced that you can do it is like such a good feeling. So last couple questions, like if someone is thinking about joining the dating elites, so but
mhm.
is not quite sure, okay, is it worth it? What would you tell them? Like, is there anything you would tell them?
Well, it's 100% worth it. I'll be honest with you. I have never had such an experience. I hated the fact that at the start, like, oh man, like coaching, or I was a non-believer, right?
Okay.
And even investing even $1 to coaching or and all that,
Oh yeah,
I
I
was not
I I
willing.
know I know you were
I
yeah.
was not willing to give any cent. I was willing to not give any cent. And now with all of this, I'm just like, man, if I find or Isman makes something that says, hey, if you invest $1,000 here, I assure you that you can make, well, not assure you because it's on your own, but
Yeah.
I can guarantee you can make like $5,000, $6,000. Here, take my money. Here. You know what? I did not believe in any of this, but now, to be honest, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm just out of words. You know, it's like the whole entire universe just came and say, like, happy now? Oh, oh yeah, 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 no, yeah. It works. You see? Yeah, it works. Shut up, then. Okay. Yeah, I felt
Love to
like that.
hear it. And
Yeah.
okay, last question, because I
Okay.
know this is getting long and you have like a lot to do as well. So my question to you is, what one advice would you give to someone who is in the same position as you were in maybe just a year ago?
Oh man, I will tell them that discipline, consistency,
Hmm.
and always aiming to be better
Hmm.
are the key to be a successful editor. Yeah, some people start making 1K on their first week because they got contacts, and I'll be honest, they got some little bit of a clean path, right?
Yeah.
But some others don't even have the luck of that. Some others start from zero, no portfolio, no friends to take you on the ride, right?
Yeah.
but but investing on these things are also one of the keys, like betting on yourself are one of the things that will take you ahead of many. That discipline, all those things that I mentioned earlier, are the key, right? So some people say, oh well, but what platforms I can start looking for on this editing elite and on the ISBN bootcamp? Let me tell you, you will find the key, and he will tell you also what are the little things that will help you boost that let's go help you boost the
Boost it towards your
client
goal,
finding.
or your
Yeah.
client finding. Okay.
Depending on your goal, what do you want to do,
Yeah.
right? That's why also those one-on-one calls are very useful, you know. It's give it a shot. Okay, just like myself, just say the following: screw it, or sorry for the word, and go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. Don't fear. Just don't stop trying. Just don't stop trying. Don't fear, and stick to what you really want. Do you want to be on a 9 to 5 job? Okay, go for
Mm.
you. But if you want to be an editor, there are some sacrifices that most must be done, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of risks. But the fact that you don't have to go to the 9 to 5 and you are on your own home, man, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. I feel
Yeah.
so alive, my man.
Thank you very much for the call, man. Thank you very much for your time.